Hi everyone, in this video we are going to solve Cambridge O-Level Additional Mathematics Paper 1 in a session October-November 2020, Paper 1-3. So let's begin with the first question. In question number 1, A part, on the axis below, sketch the graph of this function stating the intercepts on the coordinate axis. So this is a polynomial function in factored form, right? So let me graph this polynomial function in factored form. So first let me rearrange this function into the standard form, that is y equals to x minus 2 and x plus 1, and we have negative x plus 3. Taking minus sign common, so y equals to negative of x minus 2, x plus 1 and x minus 3. Right, so this is a polynomial function. So first thing, we need to check the degree of this polynomial function. So the degree of this polynomial function is x exponent 1, 1, 1. So the degree is 3. So we can say that this is an odd degree polynomial function. The second thing we need to check is the end behavior. Okay, so when the degree is odd, the polynomial function has opposite end behavior. Opposite end behavior mean it extend from first to third quadrant or second to fourth quadrant, right? So the end behavior depend on the sign of the leading coefficient. So here we can say that the leading coefficient is negative. How can we say the leading coefficient is negative? So you can say this is the leading coefficient. So the leading coefficient is negative. So we can say that the graph extends from second to fourth quadrant. And when the leading coefficient is positive, it extends from first to third quadrant, right? Okay, now the third thing is we need to check the zeros or the x-intercepts. By putting all the factors separately equals to 0, we will get the zeros. So we have x equals to 2, x is equals to minus 1, and x is equals to 3. These are the three zeros, right? Okay, now the next, the fourth step is we need to find the y-intercept. We can find the y-intercept by putting the variable x equals to 0. So x equals to 0, y equals to negative of minus 2, 1, minus 3. So 2 times 3 is 6, negative times negative is positive, and y equals to minus 6 is the y-intercept, right? So now we have to use the zeros, the y-intercept, and the end behavior information to graph this polynomial function, right? Okay, so first let me, this is a coordinate grid. Yes. So the zeros are, the negative 0 is just minus 1. This is minus 1 here, and the positive are 1, 3, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and the y is negative of 6 downward. So we have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So here this is minus 1, minus, 1, 2, 3. This is negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, and negative 8, negative 10. Okay. So we have the zeros. Let me show you again. 2, minus 1, and 3. So label 2, minus 1, and 3, and the y-intercept is negative of 6. You can see we got y-intercept minus 6. That is minus 6, and it extends from second to fourth quadrant, right? So let me draw the curve that extends from second to fourth, passing through the x zeros first, and then the y-intercept. Yes. So this is a graph for the given polynomial function, right? Okay, moving to the B part, hence write down the values of x such that this function is negative, less than 0. Okay, so on what values the function is negative? Greater than 0. Yeah. So function is greater than 0 when the values are less than -1, positive, right? And when the values are between 2 and 3, the function is positive. So we can say that x is less than -1, the function is positive, and 2 is less than x is less than 3. When the x value is between 2 and 3, the function is positive. Question number 2 in A part, given that y equals to this, find dy by dx. So here we use the quotient rule to find the derivative. So dy over dx is equals to the square of the denominator term, x square plus 1 whole square, right? And for the numerator terms, we have, okay, now first we need to write down the denominator term, that is x square plus 1, the derivative of the numerator. So the derivative of the exponential function is e power 2x minus 3, and the derivative of 2x minus 3 is just 2. Minus the numerator term, and the derivative of denominator is just 2x, right? So for further simplification, we have 2x square plus 2 is multiplying with e power 2x minus 3, and minus 2x is multiplying with e power 2x minus 3, right? And the denominator function is as it is. Let me keep it as it is. No need to open the scale. So simplify the numerator, e power 2x minus 3, and the numerator term we have is 2x square plus 2 minus 2x, this is square, and then divides x square plus 1 whole square. Okay, so let me take 2 common as well. So 2 e power 2x minus 3, x square minus x plus 1 divides x square plus 1 whole square. So that is the first derivative. Now for the B part, hence given that y is increasing at a rate of 2 units per second, y is increasing at a rate of 2 units per second, right? It means dy over dt is 2. dt is equals to 2 because unit per second, so this second shows the time, right? Find the exact rate of change of x when x is equals to 2. Rate of change of x means dx over dt. We need to find rate of change of x. We need to find dx over dt is equals to dx over dy, right? And times dy over dt. Okay, at x is equals to 2, we have, this is dy by dx. dy over dx is equals to 2 e power 4 minus 3 divides 4 plus 1 whole square into 2 square is 4 minus 2 plus 1. Okay, further simplification, we have 2 e power 1 over 4 plus 1 is 5, and 5 square is 25, and we have 4 plus 1 is 5, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So that is 2 times 3 is 6e over 25. This is dy by dx at x equals to 2, but we need to find dx by dy, so we need to switch, taking the reciprocal. So let me substitute the value here. So that is dx over dt is equals to, the reciprocal of this function is 25 over 6e times dy over dt, that is equals to 2. Okay, so now we have 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, and the answer is 25 divides 3e. Question number 3 in A part, f of x is equals to this. Now for the first part, write down the largest possible domain for the function f. Okay, so we have a restriction on the domain that whatever the function that is in the natural log, that must be positive. It means 2x minus 1 is must be greater than 0, so x must be greater than 1 by 2. Right. Second part, find f inverse and its domain. So we have a function y equals to 4 natural log of 2x minus 1. Now we need to switch the variables. This is going to be x equals to 4 natural log of 2y minus 1. And in the next step, we have to solve for y. So taking exponential on both sides, e power x equals to e power ln of 2y minus 1 power 4. So e and natural log will be cancel out. So e power x equals to 2y minus 1 power 4. Now taking the power 1 by 4 on both sides. So e power x by 4 equals to 2y minus 1. And here we have 2y is equals to 1 plus e power x by 4. And y is equals to 1 by 2, 1 plus e power x by 4. So this is f inverse of x. Right, and now we need to state the domain for f inverse of x. So the domain of f of x, f inverse of x is, we can substitute all real numbers in this exponential. Domain is basically the x, what x values we need to put into this function. So we can substitute all real numbers, positive, negative, any number. So we can say that the domain is x belongs to all real numbers. Right. Now for the B part, we have given the function g of x and h of x. We have to solve g composition h, that is equals to 7. Okay, so g h of x equals to 7, right? So g, substituting the function h of x, that is square root of 2x minus 3 equals to 7. Now g of x is x plus 5, so this is going to be x here. So 2x minus 3 square root and plus 5 equals to 7. Okay, let me simplify it further, shifting the 5 to the right side. 2x minus 3 is equals to 7 minus 5, that is equals to 2. Right, now we have to do scaling on both sides. Okay, so square root and scaling is, we have 2x minus 3 and 2 square is 4. Right, and solving for x, we have 2x is equals to 4 plus 3, that is equals to 7, and the value of x is equals to, dividing by 2, that is 7 by 2. Question number 4 in A part, the diagram shows the xt graph for a runner. X is the displacement and t is the time, displacement time graph, where displacement x is measured in meters and time t is measured in seconds. Now for the first part, on the axis below, draw the velocity time graph for the runner. Okay, so here we have to draw the velocity time graph, velocity and the time. Okay, so we have given the information that this is a displacement, like between 0 to 50 seconds, the displacement is from 0 to 100, right? So we need to find the velocity between the 0 to 50 seconds. Right, this is the first interval 0 to 50. When the displacement from 0 to 50 is 100, what is the velocity here? So we can say, let me solve here. The velocity is the v1, I can say. Velocity is basically displacement over time. So the displacement for this part is 100, and the time is 0 to 50, that is 50. 100 divides 50 is 2. So the velocity is 2 meter per second from 0 to 50. So 0 to 50, just draw the straight line at 2. This is going to be between 0 to 50. Right. Okay, now for the next part, we have 50 to 65. The displacement is 0. So we can say this is V2. So velocity between 50 to 65, that is 15 seconds. Displacement is 0 over no displacement is covered over 15, that is equals to 0, right? So we need to draw 50 to 65, that is just 0. So the velocity is 0. It's constant, right? Okay, now for the next part, between 65, let me check. This is 65 and this is 85. Yes, between 65 to 85, this is a third velocity, and it is from 100 to 150. So the displacement is 50 meters and the time is 20 seconds. So we can say V3 is 50 divides 20. So 50 divides 20 is 2.5. This is 2.5 between 65 to 85. Okay, so 65 to 85, 2.5. This 65 to 85, this is 2, and here 2.5. So this is the velocity. Okay, now the last is downward. So we can say that from 85 to 125, this is from again 150, the total 150. So 125 subtract 85, the time is 40, right? So V4 is 150 divides 40, right? So 150 divides 40 is equals to 3.75, right? 3.75 between 85 to 125. Okay, so it is the displacement is negative, it is downward, right? So 150 to 100, so that is a negative of displacement, so the velocity is negative, right? Minus 3.75. so we have negative 3 here, and negative 3.5 is this line, and 3.75 is between 3.5 and 4. 85 to 125, this is going to be the velocity time graph for the given situation. Now for the second part, find the total distance covered by the runner in 125 seconds. Okay, so the total distance we need to find, right? So the total distance is let's see, look at the graph. So as you can see, first the runner moves up, right? It's going up, rest, and then up. So means this whole portion is 150. This part is 150, right? And then it's going down again from 150 to 0. So the total distance it covers goes to 150 and then 150. So 150 plus 150 is 300, right? So the total distance we can say is 150 it covers upward, plus 150 it covers downward, and the total distance he covered is 300 meters in 125 seconds. Now for the B part, the displacement x meter of a particle from a fixed point at time t second is given by this. Find the acceleration of the particle when the time is 2 pi by 3. So we have given the displacement, we need to find the acceleration, right? So basically we need to find the second derivative of displacement is acceleration, right? So first we need to find the velocity, that is the first derivative of displacement, and this is 6. Cos derivative is minus sine 3t plus pi by 3, and its derivative is just 3 times by 3. So that is 6 times 3 is minus 18 sine 3t plus pi by 3, right? So this is the velocity. Now let me find the acceleration, that is the derivative of velocity. So minus 18 is outside, sine derivative is cos of 3t plus pi by 3, and the derivative of 3t plus pi by 3 is just 3. Now 3 times of 18 is 54. So we can say this is equals to 54 cos 3t plus pi by 3, right? Well, that is acceleration. Now when time is 2 pi by 3. So let me substitute at t is equals to 2 pi by 3. Acceleration is 54 cos 3 times 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. Okay. Need to calculate in radians. So let's do it. So we have 2 times 3 is 6. 6 pi divides 3 plus pi divides 3 and 7 pi by 3, and cos of 7 pi by 3 is 1 by 2 times 54, that is 27. So the acceleration is 27. Sorry, I forgot the negative sign. This is minus here, minus 27. Yes. Now for question number 5, given that the coefficient of x squared in the expansion of this is 25 by 4, find the value of the positive integer n. So the n must be a positive integer, right? So let me open this expansion till the x square, right? So 1 plus x is as it is into 1 plus nc1, 1 power n is just 1, so minus x by 2 power is 1 plus nc2 minus x by 2 power is 2 up to so on, right? Now let me simplify it further. 1 plus x into 1 plus nc1, we have minus x by 2 plus nc2, we have x square by 4 plus so on, right? Okay, now let me do the product here. 1 is multiplying with all the terms, so we have 1 here, but we are just finding the coefficients for x square, right? 1 x term and this is x square term, right? So nc2, we have x square by 4, right? So this is x term, this is going to be x square term, minus nc1 x square by 2, right? Okay, so we know that the coefficient for x square term is 25 by 4. So let me simplify this further. So nc1, let me just find out the coefficient from this term. So the coefficient is 1 by 4, nc2 minus 1 by 2, nc1 is a coefficient of x square, and that is equals to 25 out of 4, right? Now let me open it. So we have 1 by 4 n factorial over 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial minus 1 by 2 n factorial over 1 factorial into n minus 1 factorial, that is equals to 25 by 4, right? Now this is 1 by 4 n minus 1 n minus 2 factorial divides 2 n minus 2 factorial minus 1 by 2. This is n minus 1 factorial divides n minus 1 factorial equals to 25 by 4. Okay, cancel the like terms, n minus 2 factorial and minus 1 factorial. So we are left with 1 over 4 times 2 is 8, n into n minus 1, that is n square minus n minus 1 by 2, and this is n, and this is equals to 25 by 4. Let me take the LCM, 8 here, so n square minus n minus 2 times 4 is 8, 4n divides 8, and here we have 25 divides 4, right? And 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and we have n square minus 5n divides 2 equals to 25. Now we have a cross multiplication, n square minus 5n equals to 2 times of 25 is 50. Now it's a quadratic equation, n square minus 5n minus 50 equals to 0. So let me factorize this. This is 50 and the breaking the midterm is 5. So we can say that 5 times 10 is 50 and 5 minus 10 is minus 5, right? So let's do it. So n square plus 5n minus 10n minus 50 equals to 0. N is common, n plus 5 minus 10 is common, n plus 5 equals to 0. So we have n minus 10 is first factor and n plus 5 is a second factor equals to 0. And now n equals to 10 and n is equals to minus 5. But we have to pick the positive integer, the positive value for n. So we can say that n is equals to 10, not 5. Question number 6, it is known that y equals to a times bx, 10 exponent bx square, where a and b are constants. When log y is plotted against x square, a straight line graph passing through the points this and this is obtained. Now for a part, find the value of a and of b. Okay, so this equation we have given, and x square is already here, but log y, we have y here. So by using the given information, the given equation, we take log on both sides because y is in terms of log. Okay, so we have log of y equals to log of a times 10 exponent bx square, right? So this log is with base 10, right? Okay, now when we have a product in log, so we do the log separately with the positive sign. We add, so log y equals to log of a plus log base 10 exponent bx square. So log base a, we know that log when the base and this term is same, that is equals to 1, right? So we can say log y equals to log a plus bx square. So this is the equation. Okay, now it passes through the point this and this. Okay, so first we substitute the first point, the second point, and then solving for the equations, the values a and b. So putting the first point, that is 3.63 and 5.25. Okay, so this is the x square term and this is log y term, because log y is plotted against x square, a straight line passing through these points. So the first point is the x square, representing x square, and the second point representing log y. So log y is 5.25 equals to log a plus b times x squared is 3.63, right? And this is my first equation. Right, now let me substitute the second point, that is 4.83 and 6.88. So now the log y is 6.88. The y coordinate equals to log a plus b times the x square is 4.83. That is the second equation, right? So if I subtract the two equations, so I will cancel the log a term and get the value for b. So let me subtract the two equations, right? Subtract this and subtract this, right? So subtracting this, we will cancel log a and log a, positive and negative. So here we have 5.25 subtract 6.88 minus 1.63, and this is equals to the b into 3.63 subtract 4.83, that is minus 1.2, and the b value is minus 1.63 divides minus 1.2. So negative is cancelled with negative. 1.63 divides 1.2 is the b value, that is 1.358, or if I can say this is 1.36 up to 2 decimal place, right? Okay, now the substituting the b value, we will get the a value into the first equation or the second equation. So let me substitute into the first equation. So log a is equals to 5.25 minus b times 3.63, right? So now the b value is log a is equals to 5.25 minus 1.36 into 3.63, right? Let me simplify this and then we will find the a value. So 1.36 times 3.63, that is 4.9368, and then 5.25 subtract answer 0.3132. So log a is 0.3132, but we have so convert logarithmic form to exponential form. So a is going to be 10 power 0.3132. So that is 10 exponent 0.3132, that is 2.056 or 2.06 is the a value. A is 2.06, B is 1.36. Using your values of A and B, find in the B part the value of y when x is equals to 2. So we got this A and this B value. Okay. So substituting into the equation, we have y equals to A, that is 2.06 times 10 exponent bx square, that is 1.36 x square. So when x equals to 2, what is y? Y equals to 2.06 times 10 exponent 4 times 1.36, because x squared is 2 is x, right? So let me simplify. 4 times 1.36, 10 exponent answer, and then multiply with 2.06. That is the value for y, that is 5673. Let me write it down. Y is equals to 567371, right? Now for the C part, the positive value of x when y equals to 4. Okay, so in this equation, just substitute y equals to 4. So 4 is equals to 2.06 times 10 exponent 1.36 x square. We need to find the positive value for x. Okay, so for simplification, let me take log on both sides. So log 4 is equals to log of 2.06 and plus 1.36 x square, right? So log 4 minus log 2.06 and then divide by 1.36 this is the x square, right? And taking the x term, we need to do the square root. So let me simplify this. First doing log 4, subtract log of 2.06, divide 1.36, and then doing square root of answer. So the x square is x is equals to 0.460, or we can just say 0.46. Question number 7, the polynomial p of x where a and b are constants has a factor x plus 4. So if it has a factor x plus 4, it means p of minus 4 is equals to 0, and it is such that 2 times p of 1 equals to 5 times p of 0. In a part, show that p of x equals to this where a, b, c are integers to be found, right? So first we need to find p of minus 4 and put it equals to 0. A times minus 4 cube plus b times minus 4 square minus 19 times minus 4 plus 4 equals to 0, right? So minus 4 cube is 4 power 3 is 64. So this is minus 64a. 4 square is 16b. Negative times negative is 19 times 4 is 76. Plus 4 equals to 0. So minus 64a plus 16b plus 76 add 4 is 80. 80 equals to 0, right? Let me divide by 16, right? So 64 divide 16 is 4. So minus 4a plus b plus 80 divide 16 is 5. Equals to 0. Taking negative sign common throughout the equation, we have 4a minus b minus 5 equals to 0, or we can say 4a minus b equals to 5. This is my first equation according to the given condition. Now using this condition we will get a second equation, right? So we have 2 times p of 1 equals to 5 times p of 0, right? So 2 times p of 1. 2 times p of 1 is a plus b minus 19 plus 4 equals to 5 times p of 0 is just 4, right? So here we have a plus b. What is 4 minus 19? 4 minus 19 is minus 15. Minus 15. 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 divides 2 is 10, right? And a plus b is equals to 10 plus 15 is 25. That is my second equation, right? Now use these two equations and solving the values for a and b. So these are the two equations. Now let me add these two equations to get the value for a and b. So positive b and negative b is cancelled, that is 0, and here we are left with 4 plus 1 is 5a, and that is equals to 30, and 5 times 6 is 30, so a value is 6. Substituting the a value into the first or second equation, we will get the b value, right? So here the b value is 25 minus a. I'm putting in the second one. So here b is 25 minus 6. So 25 take away 6 is 19. The b value is 19 and a equals to 6. So let me substitute it back into the polynomial. So p of x is equals to ax cube plus bx square minus 19x plus 4, right? So this is going to be 6x cube plus 19x square minus 19x plus 4. This is a polynomial p of x, and we have given the information that it has a factor x plus 4. So we have to use synthetic division method here to factorize it, right? So we have 6, 19, minus 19, and 4. We need to write the coefficients of x cube, x square, xn constant, and it has a factor x plus 4. So we have to do minus 4. Bring the 6 down, right? Okay, now 4 times 6 is 24. So we have negative of 24, and minus 24 plus 19. Minus 24 plus 19 is minus 5, right? And minus times minus is plus. 4 times 5 is 20, and we have left with 1. 20 subtract 19 is 1. 4 times 1 is 4, that is minus 4, and here we have 0, right? So we have a factor x plus 4, 6x square minus 5x plus 1. So we can write the polynomial p of x in this form, because the question says is you need to write p of x into x plus 4 ax square plus bx plus c. A, b, c are integers to be found. So a, b, c is 6 minus 5 and 1. Now for the b part, hence factorize p of x. We got p of x, this p of x from the first part. So this is x plus 4. So we need to break the midterm. It's a quadratic equation. 6 times 1 is 6, and breaking the midterm, 2 times 3 is 6. 6x squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 1. So x plus 4, taking 2x common, 2 times 3 is 6x minus 1, and then negative 1 is common, 3x minus 1, and this is equals to x plus 4, 2x minus 1, and 3x minus 1. So these are the three factors. Now for C part, find the remainder when p prime of x is divided by 0. So first write down p of x is that is 6x cube plus 19x square minus 19x plus 4. This is p of x. Now let me find p prime of x. P prime of x is first derivative of p with respect to x. So 3 times 6 is 18 x square. 2 times of 19 is 38 plus 38x and then minus 19, right? So divided by x, so means x equals to 0. So p prime of 0 is, this is 0, 0, and this is minus 19. So the remainder when p prime is divided by x is minus 19. Question number 8. In this question, all lengths are in centimeters. The diagram shows the figure A, B, C. The arc AB is a part of a circle, center at O, radius R. Means OB is R and OA is also R. The radius is R, right? And is of length 1.45 R. So arc length we have given is 1.45 R. The point O lies on a straight line. O is a point that lies on a straight line CB such that OC is 0.5 R. Now for A part, find in radians the angle AOB. AOB. This angle we need to find. This is easy. We can use the information of arc length. So arc length is equals to R times theta. We have given arc length 1.45 times R equals to R times theta. We can cancel the R. So theta is equals to 1.45. So this is a value for theta, 1.45. Right. Now for the B part, find the area of ABC, giving your answer in the form of KR square where K is constant. So to find the area of ABC, so basically first we need to find the area of this sector AOB and area of a triangle AOC, right? And we add both of them. So area of sector of a circle is half R square theta, right? So half R square is as it is and theta is 1.45. So 1.45 divides 2 is equals to 0.725 R square is the area for the sector. Now let me find area of a triangle. Area of triangle AOC, that is half the two sides and the inner angle between them, right? So this side is r, this side is 0.5 r, and what is angle? This angle, as we know that this is a straight line CB, so this whole angle is pi, right? So pi subtract 1.45 is this angle. So we have pi subtract 1.45, that is 1.69. So this angle is 1.69, right? So half, one side is r, other side is 0.5 r, and sine of the angle between them, that is 1.69, right? So let me solve sine of this angle. Sine of answer times 0.5 and then divides 2 equals to this times r square. So up to, let me do 3 decimal place, 0.248 r square. Okay, so to find the total area of the shape is area of A, B, C is a sum of these two areas, right? So we have to add 0.725 plus 0.248, that is equals to 0.7973 r square. 0.973 r square, and we need to find the answer in the form of k r square. So k is a constant, that is 0.973. Now for the C part, given that the parameter of ABC is 12 centimeter, find the value for R. Okay, so parameter is sum of all sides, right? So parameter is the side C to O, O to B, B to A, plus A to C, right? We have given that parameter is 12, that is 0.5 R plus 1.45 R plus AC. So what is AC? We need to find the value for AC, right? We have given the two sides and the angle between them. By using law of cosine, applying on this triangle AOC, we can find the side AC. Okay, so let me use the law of cosine. Law of cosine on triangle AOC, right? So we need to find AC, so we can say AC square equals to, this is 0.5 R, this is R, okay, R square plus 0.5 R square minus 2 times R times 0.5 R, cos of the angle between them is 1.69, right? So AC whole square is equals to R square plus 0.5 square is 0.25. 0.25 R minus, let me simplify this, R square, sorry. Making cos of 1.69 and then times by minus 2 and times by 0.5, that is equals to this expression 0.1189 R square. Yes, this is with a positive sign, sorry. Okay, so all are with R square, so add 1 here and then add 0.25. So this is the terms of R square. So AC square is equals to 1.368 R square. So to find AC, we need to do square root on both sides. So the square root of this answer is 1.17. Yes. So AC is equals to 1.17 times R. So substituting that AC into the first equation, the parameter equation, so we can say that 0.5 R plus 1.45 R plus 1.17 R equals to 12. Okay, let me solve for R. 0.5 plus 1 plus 1.45 plus 1.17. So 4.12. 4.12 r equals to 12, and 12 divide answer. We will get the value for r 2.91. So r is equals to 2.91 centimeter is the radius. Question number 9. The diagram shows the triangle OAC. O, A and C. The point B is the midpoint of OC. OC, B is the midpoint. If OB is B, then BC is also B, right? And O to C is 2B, right? The point Y lies on AC. This Y is a point that lies on A to C, such that O to Y intersect AB at point X. AX and XB, A to X and X to B is in the ratio of 3:1. Okay, so it is given that OA is a vector A and OB is a vector B. Okay, OA and OB. For A part, find OX in terms of A and B, giving your answer in its simplest form. O to X. Okay, so OX follows the path of OB and BX, right? So OX follows a path of OB plus BX, right? So OB is a vector B. We don't know BX. So we have to solve BX first, right? So BX is, so this B to X, AX is in the ratio of 3 and XB is in the ratio of 1. So this is 3/4 of AB and this side is 1/4 of AB. AX and XB, right? So this XB is B minus 1/4 of AB, right? Because we are moving B to X with a negative sign. So here we need to find what is AB, right? So AB follows a path of B to O and O to B, right? So that is AB is AO plus OB. AO is minus A plus B. So this is minus A plus B. Substitute over here and we will get OX is equals to B minus 1/4 of B minus A, right? 1/4 of B minus A. So we have B minus B/4 and then plus A/4. So A/4 is positive. 1 minus 1/4 is 1 minus 1 divides 4 is 3/4. So this is equals to A/4 plus 3/4B. Right. Now for the B part, find AC in terms of A and B. Where is AC? Okay, so this line A to C. So A to C follows the path of A to B and B to C, right? So AB, we just got AB in the first part and B to C is a vector B, right? So AC follows a path of AB plus BC. AB is B minus A and BC is a vector B. So that is equals to 2B minus A. Now for part C, given that OY, O to Y is H times of OX, find AY in terms of ABH. Okay, AY. AY follows the path of AX and XY. AY equals to AX plus XY. So what is AX? AX is 3/4 of AB. 3/4 of AB, and we got AB, that is B minus A. Yes, B minus A plus XY. So what is XY? So by using the given information OY, O to Y is OX plus XY, that is OX plus xy, and that is h times of ox equals to ox plus xy. Right, so we need to find xy, that is hox minus ox equals to xy. So we have xy is equals to ox into h minus 1. So ay is equals to 3 by 4 of b minus a plus xy, that is ox into h minus 1. We got ox from the first part. So substitute 3 by 4 of b minus 3 by 4 of a plus h minus 1 of a by 4 plus 3b by 4. Right. So let me simplify this. And 3 by 4 of b minus 3 by 4 of a plus a by 4 of h plus 3 by 4 bh minus a by 4 and minus 3b by 4. Right. Okay, now these are the two h terms. Now the a terms, these are the two a terms. Minus 1 by 4 minus 3 by 4. Minus 1 divides 4 and minus 3 divides 4 is minus 1. So a is just minus 1 minus a, and these are the two b terms. Yes, this is cancelled. Positive 3 by 4b and negative 3 by 4b, and we are left with the h terms, right? A by 4 h plus 3b by 4 h, or we can say that minus a plus h into a by 4 plus 3b by 4. Right. Now for the d part, given that ay equals to m times of ac, find the value of h and of m. So we got ay from the c part, that is equals to negative a plus h times a by 4 plus 3b by 4, and that is equals to m times ac is from the b part, that is 2b minus a. Right, so we need to equate here, the equating the coefficients for a and b. Equating coefficients of, let me equate the coefficients for a. So this is minus 1 and h by 4, and here a is just minus m. So this is the first equation. Now let me equate the coefficients for b. We have 3 by 4h equals to 2m. This is my second equation. Right, so both equations are in terms of h and m. So if let me solve for m from the second equation. So m is equals to dividing by 2, yes, 3 by 8, 2 times 4 is 8h, right? Substituting the m over here, we have m is equals to h minus h by 4 plus 1. This is the first equation. So substituting the m, we have 3 by 8h plus h by 4 equals to 1, and the value 3 by 8 plus 1 by 4. 3 divides 8 plus 1 divides 4 is 5 by 8. So 5 by 8 h equals to 1, and we have to taking a reciprocal, h is going to be 8 by 5. So the h value is 8 by 5, and here the m value is going to be, if I substitute here, so m is equals to 3 by 8 of h, that is 8 by 5. 8 is cancelled with 8, the m value is 3 by 5. M is 3 by 5 and h is 8 by 5. Question number 10 in a part, show that the sum of this fraction can be written as this. Okay, so we need to do a cross multiplication and the LCM. So 3x plus 10 plus 2 times x plus 1, and then divide with x plus 1 into 3x plus 10, right? And here we have 3x plus 10 plus 2x plus 2 divide 3x square plus 10x plus 3x plus 10. So we have 3 plus 2 is 5x, 10 plus 2 is 12, divides 3x square plus 13x plus 10. Right. Now for the B part, the diagram shows the part of the curve, this curve, the line x equals to 2, and the straight line of gradient 1. This is a straight line having slope equals to 1, right? Okay, the curve intersect the y-axis at point P. This is a curve that intersect the y-axis at point P. So at this point, the variable x equals to 0. We can find the coordinates for P, right? The line of gradient 1 passes through P and intersect the x-axis at point Q. So it intersect at Q. So when it intersect the x-axis, so it means y equals to 0 over here. Find the area of the shaded region, giving your answer in the form of a plus 2 by 3 natural log of b square root of 3, where a and b are constants. Okay, first let me find the coordinates for point P and for point Q, right? Okay, so coordinates for point P and Q. Okay, so we have given the information that the curve intersect y-axis at point P. So this is a curve, it intersects the y-axis at point P, and at y-axis the x equals to 0. So just substitute x equals to 0 into this curve. This is 0, 0, 0, so y equals to 12 by 10. So y equals to 12 divides 10. 2 times 6 is 12 and 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, so the coordinates for point P is x is 0 and the y is 6 by 5. Okay, so this point is 0 and 6 by 5, right? And we know that QP, this is a straight line. The line of gradient 1 passes through the point P and intersect the x-axis at point Q. So this is a straight line with the slope 1. Gradient is 1. So we have to use the equation of straight line, that is y equals to mx plus b. So m is 1 here, so y equals to x plus b, right? And to solve for b, we can use point P, that is 0, 6 by 5. So y value is 6 by 5, x value is 0 plus b. So from here the b is 6 by 5, right? And substituting the b here, we will get y equals to x plus 6 by 5. So this is the equation of line PQ. Now this line, now we have to find the point Q, and this line intersect Q at x-axis. So at x-axis the y coordinate equals to 0. So substitute the y coordinate equals to 0, we will get the x value. So y equals to 0, x plus 6 by 5, and from here x is equals to negative of 6 by 5, right? Okay, now the y equals to 0 and x equals to this, so we can say that the coordinates for point Q are x is minus 6 by 5 and the y coordinate is 0, right? So we got the coordinates for P and Q. So this Q is minus 6 by 5 and 0, right? Okay, now in the next step we have to find the shaded area. So the shaded area is in two portions. So the area of this triangle PQO and area under this curve when x is between 0 to 2, right? So let's start with the triangle. Area of triangle PQO, that is equals to half base times height. This is a base value that is from 0 to minus 6 by 5. So the base is 6 by 5 and the height is from 0 to 6 by 5. That is again 6 by 5, right? 6 times 6 is 36 and 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 2 is 50 and 36 divides 50 is 18 by 25 in its lowest form. Okay, now the next thing is we need to find area under this curve when x is between 0 to 2, and we know that this curve from the a part is basically equivalent to this, so we need to integrate this function with respect to x between the integral limit 0 to x 0 to 2. So limits are between 0 to 2 and 1 over x plus 1 plus 2 over 3x plus 10 dx. Right, so let me simplify it further. So I want to switch split the two integrals. So integration 0 to 2 1 over x plus 1 dx. 2 is outside. Integration we have dividing by 3 and multiplying and dividing by 3 in this step, because integration of 1 over x is natural log of x when the derivative of x is completed into the numerator. So its derivative is 3 and it is completed now. So here 0 to 2, sorry. Okay, now we have a natural log of x plus 1 and plus 2 by 3. We have natural log of 3x plus 10. Right, now applying the limits 0 to 2. Right, let me substitute the limits. We have natural log of 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 2 by 3. Natural log of 3 times 2 is 6 and 6 plus 10 is 16. This is upper limit minus the lower limit is natural log of 0 plus 1 is 1 minus 2 by 3. Natural log of 3 times 0 is 0, that is 10. Right, natural log of 1 is 0. So here we have natural log of 3 plus 2 by 3 ln 6 minus 2 by 3 ln of 10. Right, so let me take 2 by 3 common, and if I do 2 by 3 here, so 2 by 3 natural log of 3 power 3 by 2. Right, so if I multiply and divide by 2 by 3, right, so multiplying by 2 by 3 and the division form, the reciprocal is also multiplying with the reciprocal of 2 by 3 is in the power, and that is plus 2 by 3 natural log of 6 minus 2 by 3 natural log of 10. Why I'm multiplying with 2 by 3? Because as you can see in the question, we need to this form of answer that is in the form of 2 by 3, right? Okay, so let me take 2 by 3 common. So 2 by 3 is outside. We have natural log of 3 power 3 by 2 plus natural log of 6 minus natural log of 10. Right, okay, so this is in the subtraction, so we need to divide this. So 2 by 3 natural log of 3 power 3 by 2 plus natural log of 6 by 10. Right, so this is 2 by 3 natural log of 3 power 3 by 2 is 3 power 1 plus 3 into 3 power 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2, so we can write as 3 square root of 3 plus this is 16. Yes, I did a mistake. This is natural log of 16. You can see not 6. 16, 16, 16 and 16 here. Okay, so this is natural log of 16 over 10. Right, now in the addition we do the product. So 2 by 3 natural log of 3 square root of 3 times 16 by 10. Okay, now let me convert it into simplest form. 3 times 16 is 3 times 1 6. 48 divides 10, that is 24 by 5. Okay, so 23 natural log of 24 square root of 3 divides 5. So this is the area under the curve, and we have area of a rectangle as well. So to find the shaded area, we add both areas. So the shaded area is the sum of area of a triangle, that is 18 over 25, yes, and this area. So 18 by 25 plus 2 by 3 natural log of 24 square root of 3 divides 5, right? So this is in the form of a plus 2 by 3 square root natural log of b square root of 3. So a value is 18 by 25 plus 2 by 3 natural log of b value is 24 by 5 and square root of 3, where a and b are the constants. Question number 11, in a part, given that 2 cos x equals to 3 tan x, show that this term equals to 0. Okay, so we need to open the tan, that is sine over cos. So 2 cos x equals to 3 times sine x over cos x, that is a tangent. Now let me do the cross multiplication. 2 cos square x equals to 3 sine x. And let me use identity over here. We know that cos square x plus sine square x equals to 1. So cos square x is equals to 1 minus sine square x, right? So 2 here, this is 1 minus sine square x equals to 3 sine x. Okay, so 2 minus 2 sine square x minus 3 sine x equals to 0. Let me arrange the terms by taking negative sign common. So 2 sine square x plus 3 sine x and negative 2 equals to 0. So we have showed that this term equals to this, right? Now for the b part, hence solve this equation for alpha is between 0 to pi radians, giving your answer in terms of pi. Okay, so before you can see that we have 2 cos x equals to 3 tan x, and here we have 2 cos, this term is x, basically this is the x, right? Okay, so we know that this equals to this, basically equivalent to that term. So if I use 2 sine square x plus 3 sine x minus 2 equals to 0, and we can say x is equals to 2 alpha plus pi by 4. We can substitute the x value at the end, right? So this is a quadratic equation, and sine x we can factorize this. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So 2 sine square x plus 4 sine x minus sine x minus 2 equals to 0. Taking 2 sine x common, we have sine x plus 2, and minus 1 is common, sine x plus 2. So we have two factors, 2 sine x minus 1 and sine x plus 2 equals to 0, right? So let me put both the factors separately equals to 0. So first is 2 sine x minus 1 equals to 0. So 2 sine x equals to 1, and sine x is equals to 1 by 2, right? And from here we have sine x plus 2 equals to 0, sine x equals to negative of 2, and x is sine inverse of negative of 2, right? And from here we will get x is equals to sine inverse of 1 by 2. So sine inverse, the calculator is in radians, sine inverse of minus 2 is infinity, right? This is undefined, so we can't use this x value, right? Now sine inverse of 1 by 2, sine inverse of 1 divides 2 is pi by 6. The x value is pi by 6, right? And the sign is positive here. So let's see in which quadrant sign is positive. So this is a coordinate system. In the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive, and in second quadrant, sine is positive. So the operation for the first is theta, and here we have pi minus theta, right? So we have the equation that sine x is positive 1 by 2, and x value is sine inverse of 1 by 2, that is pi by 6, we just got. Right, so for the first quadrant, this is just theta, so we can say that for first quadrant we have theta equals to pi by 6, right? And for the second quadrant we have pi minus theta, that is pi minus pi by 6, right? So 1 minus 1 by 6, sorry, 1 minus 1 divided 6 is 5 pi by 6. Okay, now we have two values. We need to add 2 pi and subtract 2 pi in these values. So let me add 2 pi first. We will get 2 more values, and for subtracting 2 pi, 2 more values, right? Okay, so pi by 6, we have 1 by 6, add 2, that is 13 pi by 6. 13 pi by 6, and in 5 pi by 6, 5 by 6 add 2 is 17 pi by 6. Right, now subtracting 2. In pi by 6, subtract 2 pi, that is 11 pi by 6, negative 11 pi by 6. And 5 by 6 subtract 2 is minus 7 pi by 6. Okay, so these are all the values for x, right? Okay, and we know that x is equals to 2 alpha plus pi by 4. Now let me find the values for alpha. So x minus pi by 4 and multiplying by 1 by 2, we will get the value for alpha. Right, so these are all the x values, 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have 6 values for x, and every value subtracting pi by 4 multiplying by 1 by 2, we will get alpha. So alpha equals to, so the first x value is pi by 6, right? So pi by 6 minus pi by 4, so this is 1 by 6 minus 1 by 4, and times 0 0.5, that is pi by 24 with a negative sign. So minus pi divides 24. Next is 5 by 6, right? So, and then subtract pi by 4. 5 divides 6, minus 1 divides 4, times 0 0.5. This is 7 by 24 pi. 7 divides 24 pi. Okay, the next is 13 pi by 6. 13 divides 6, minus 1 divides 4, times 0 0.5. This is 23 by 24 pi. Then 17 by 6. 17 divides 6, minus 1 divides 4, and then times 0 0.5 is 31 by 24 pi. Okay, then minus 11 by 6 is the next one. Minus 11 divides 6, and minus 1 divides 4, times 0 0.5 is minus 25 over 24 pi. And the last is minus 7 by 6. Minus 7 divides 6, add subtract 1 by 4, times 0 0.5 is minus 17 divides 24 pi. Okay, now in the question we have given the range for alpha, that alpha is between 0 to pi, like the values lies between 0 to pi, not exactly 0 and pi, but between that range. Now let's see which value satisfy this. So these are the positive ones, so we can't take the negative ones. These are the negative values, so let's check with these three values. 7 by 24, that is 0 0.29 or 0 0.3 pi, so this lies in the range. Yes, so we can say that alpha is equals to 7 by 24 pi. right? Now for 23 by 24, 23 divides 24 is 0.9. Yes, pi. This lies in the range. 23 by 24 pi. Now 31 by 24, that is 1.29 or 1.3 pi. This is more. So these are the two values of alpha that lies within the given domain. So that is the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in a comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.